Purple Pants Premonitions, Brice and Gary DeAndre. Purple Pants Premonitions, spiritual care and a tarot read on the way.
Welcome back. Spring has sprung. April showers have brought the May flowers, and we are here with your Purple Pants Premonitions for the month of May 2025. I have the honor and the privilege and the pleasure to be here with our spiritual guru. You might know him as Gigi, you might know him as Gangsta Gurry, but the U.S. tax knows him as Gary DeAndre. Okay. Okay.
The government.
Because when that coin is due, okay, they not looking for Gigi against the Gurry. They are looking for our podcast host, Gary DeAndre. Welcome back to the podcast.
I am screaming, not the feds looking for me, okay? Already in the first 5 seconds of the new episode. Girl, we just got through tax season. Damn, can a bitch breathe?
I heard you was looking for me. Here he go.
Okay, girl, it's not me. I don't know nothing about no Gary DeAndre, okay?
Okay.
Don't know nothing.
Yeah.
But how are you?
I am really well. I feel like last month's premonition was like, really gave me some clarity, the path and my purpose that I'm on, the company that you keep. You had the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And, I just had to remind myself that, I am loved the way that I am. And I had to figure out, am I bored or was I in a rut? Bitch, it was both.
Okay.
It was both. But
Real.
I am actually feeling really refreshed. I was, take a moment, I'll be honest. We're on this BWP Tour 48. It's a 9-city stop tour all across the country. And I love it, but when I say it drains me, and it just like I see the remnants in like my personal life, my professional life, my love life, my love languages to myself. And so we had like maybe a 2-week hiatus where Rob had a RHAP event in Boston and then Ron Clark in Atlanta. And I wasn't really too excited about either of them just because it's like, oh, these are my 2 weeks that I have to myself. But I will say that like, going to events that are not yours and kind of just being able to be present and not have to be the hostess with the mostest really kind of like rejuvenated me. And even in Atlanta, Wendell and Joey were there. And it was being as though sometimes in the friendship, it gets lost in work and just realizing that like, oh, we're just here hanging out. And it reminded me like, oh, those are my brothers. We do have fun. And so I really feel refreshed and excited for the second half of the BWP tour. And so I'm just, excited. I'm feeling refreshed because I don't know. I just felt like it was like a weight weighing on me. And it was just hard for me to explain. So also with the warm weather kicking in, it just, I don't know if it's your libido, but like, I'm more upbeat. Yes, I'm excited. So that's how I'm doing. How are you doing?
Okay, you done knocked off the little winter legs and everything, moving the little sea legs again and stuff. And I understand what you mean about being tired. Listen, I understand being a steward of the people, but being tired with the people. Sometimes you need a break for the people so that way you can be there for the people. So I get exactly what you mean, especially in terms of going to somebody else's party where you ain't got a plan and you just get to show up and be the talent. I just want to be the talent, okay? I just want to show up and give face and be cute and go home.
Yes, and go home. I saw this TikTok the other day, and it was like just things Black people say. This randomly popped into my mind, so I just want to ask you this: with Black people, when we invite you to an event or we invite you somewhere, what normally is the first response from a Black person?
Who all gonna be there? Because I need to know. Am I coming? I don't know if I'm going to old lady gang, if I'm going to get biscuits or bullets, okay? Am I giving biscuits or am I giving bullets is the question that I need to prepare myself. And that's why I'm going to ask who all going to be here.
Listen, I don't know why that popped into my spirit, but I also feel like, Gary isn't the only one with some spiritual discernment. I almost feel like for May, it's given, who all going to be there? Okay.
That's a word. Ooh, child, that's a word. I'm thinking about what that looks like in context of the month of May. And I'm thinking about where that's like showing up for me. So at this point, I will have already been on my trip. I'm going on a little trip, my first little trip in a little while. Okay, she's about to be on the move. Okay, Gary DeAndre takes a different city. Una ciudad nueva. Okay.
Feds, he confirmed. Okay, get him.
Get him, girl. You are so stupid. Yes, she is leaving. But no, so I'm thinking about like some of the things that are coming up for me for May. It's not like a heavy month with like socializing for the most part, but it is really heavy with things that I'm gonna be doing and having to like touch hands with a bunch of new people. You know what I'm saying? So it's giving very like, what face am I giving today? You know what I'm saying? Like energy. Like, how am I showing up? Because who all gonna be there really equals how am I showing up in the environment? And who do I have to dress up in today? Do I have to put on the armor of the Lord? Do I have to put on the armor of She-Rock? Okay, like I need to know the difference before I'm stepping into these places. Okay,
and it's interesting when you say that, right? Because I feel like when we say that, hey, you want to come over? Who all won't be there, right? Normally, how I take it, how I receive it is like, do I want to be around this person? Do I want to be around that person? I don't want to go. However, the spirit of today is telling me it's preparation, right? Like who all's going to be there? Maybe I'm going to be in a room with some movers and some shakers. And so who's all going to be there so I can do my due diligence to do my research so that I know, like you said, how to show up, how to ask the right questions and how to move. And so again, this preparation is key. And who all gonna be there?
Gonna be there. Listen, I need to pass you the tarot deck this month. It sounds like because it sounds like you got the message, child. Listen, don't have. Okay, she said it could be done. It could be done. It could be done. Don't start because I'll be like, listen, you better break her open right now and go ahead and pull that card. We gonna shake the table.
Listen, they would be.
They wouldn't even know what hit them. They wouldn't even know what hit them. I receive it. Listen, you might as well shoot.
You should tag the table. Okay. Listen.
Pull out the card. Okay, Diva. Okay. Listen, I'm here for it. So listen, let's flip roles. It's giving it's giving role reversal for the month of May. Do a little something different. Okay. Shake the table. Try something new.
Shaking the tables.
Okay. Come on now, K Michelle. K Michelle. It's giving okay,
the tables are shaking. Okay. Now let me see how. First of all, it's the inside of the box for me. Okay. The subsequent text.
Yes.
Okay. Now, hold on. Wait. Let me get my microphone together.
Okay. Oh, I'm living for this right now.
Gary be doing it. Hold on. Let me get a hard surface. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Okay, Purple Pants Posse. You see out here. Spicy Brice out here about to pull the card for the month of May to give us the guidance, give us the spiritual guidance for the month. Doing something a little different, okay? Do a little something new for Lana.
Okay. Y'all said who all gonna be there? Y'all ain't know I was coming.
Okay. Didn't know she was coming with the word, okay? Coming with the motivation, the wisdom. All right. Right. I'm like, so you shuffling?
Yes, and I think Gary always sets an intention when we are pulling a card, and I think that my intention is that the posse and I and Gary, we've been through it these first 5 months, and I want to remind myself and the listeners and Gary that although we are in the midst of a storm, it's not always stormy. And life, whoa, it's not always stormy, and life sometimes can be a beautiful thing. And let me just tell y'all, while I am shuffling this card, I'm getting a little scared. When I tell you a card jumped out and is on my lap right now, Gary, okay, that's kind of scary. The card is,
Ooh, what's the card?
okay, siblings of, I don't know, siblings of.
Chalices.
Oh, okay, because I was quite, you know, Brice and words sometimes. Sibling of chalices. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, showing the card. I was about to say, listen, I can't hit the button to zoom in.
oh,
You got to
oh
hit
my
the button
God.
to
I
zoom in for
forgot.
yourself.
I'm supposed to do that.
Oh my God. So we're zooming in on the sibling of chalices. So as we see the card, Brice, what are you noticing as far as the vibe of the card is giving? Like, what is it saying to you?
It is saying love. There's a rainbow. First of all, they drinking wine. Okay, so for me, it's like in community, it's in celebration. It's like, you know, we're connected, we're together, like, you know, this is your community, is what it's giving to me.
Do you feel like a little essence of romance, maybe a little bit?
I could see an essence of romance. I could also see the essence of like, for me, I even think of like friendships, right? And sometimes like friendships are like relationships, and sometimes like you fall out of love in friendships, and then sometimes you fall back in love in friendships. So for me, like it doesn't necessarily speak romantic, but it could speak like a renewal of friendships or rediscovering a friend that, hey, maybe you haven't picked up and texted in a while, but you know what? You were on my spirit, and then it kind of like reconnects over something. For me, that's what it's giving. But the hearts definitely give like love is in the air.
I was about to say, and I find that very interesting that this comes up as we are getting ready to step into May. You know, they talk about April showers bring May flowers. So sounds like the flowers is bringing some love, bringing some joy, bringing some excitement, bringing some reconnection with your community. Because let's be real about it, April's weather was a little shoddy. You know what I'm saying? So wasn't able to get out as much. So maybe you're doing a little bit more of that in the month of May. Does that sound like something that you're interested in doing or need to like schedule with some of your people?
Absolutely. Also, I do want to say that again, when I was setting the intention, I was shuffling the cards like Gary, and the sibling of Chalice literally jumped out on my lap, but another card jumped out and it's literally on the floor.
Okay, I love those.
Yes, and
we getting a twofer today.
Okay, twofer. Where is, how do I do? Okay. And this one is Child of Chalice.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So what do you see is going on here? What you getting the vibe for?
This photo, I am getting the vibe of it's like falling back into your passions. I see this beautiful brown sister. First of all, okay, she's painting wine. Okay.
Okay. So I'm getting a sense of a theme here. Okay. Trend alert, wine.
Pour it up, but it seems like she's painting and she's kind of like looking back at with this smile as if like she's loving what she's doing. And there are hobbies in people's lives that maybe because of this storm that we have been in, we haven't been able to get to our hobbies or doing the things that we love. And again, this card is speaking to me because for the past month and a half, I've been saying to myself, I need to get out. I need to start running, and not even just running for the physical component of it, because yes, it's big back season, but listen, we're going to love ourselves and
exactly
that we're in, but also just the mental clarity that like running does for me. It really kind of is a stress reliever for me. It makes me feel safe, even though I'll be tired and out of breath, but it just it does a lot for my endorphins. And so, you know, we have the Child of Chalice card as well. What does that speak to you, Gary?
Interesting. So I love that you have both the sibling and the Child of Chalices right now. And I'm sensing not just the trend alert of drinking wine, but it makes me think about, you know, when you having a glass of wine and stuff like that with your people, you're opening up, you're being more emotional, you're being more in touch with yourself and everything like that. And I feel like that is what this is kind of like signifying is going to be like the theme of the month of May as a whole, based on your reading. this month is going to be really big when it comes to just like how we feel, like what's going on in our spirit, what's going on in our heart. Are we sharing it with our communities? Are we putting it into effort with our hobbies? You feel what I'm saying? Like, are we doing things that we love? And if we're not doing things that we love or being around people that we love, what are we doing? And I feel like this is the month to really just like become clear about what it is that you're doing and who it is that you're around that you enjoy, and then who it is that you're around that, you know what I'm saying, like really doesn't make it fun for you anymore, doesn't make it nice, doesn't make it exciting, doesn't make it beautiful. And I think that like this month, based on what you've shared with us, it sounds like it's going to be a month of getting back into the driver's seat when it comes to trying new things. With the Child of Chalices, it makes me think about being at the very starting stage, right? It makes me think about being like at, you know, you're very youngest, you're new, you don't really know that much, so you're willing to do anything, you're willing to get messy with it, you're willing to try it nasty, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I think that that's kind of like what May is kind of like reminding us, or going to remind us of. It does not have to be perfect. That's in, you know what I'm saying, your endeavors, that's in you opening up to others. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you got something that's on your heart, maybe May is the month to like have that conversation. It's making me think, because I had like a little friend fallout, I guess you could say, back in March, and I wanted to be like, oh my God, Venus retrograde came from my friendship, whatever. But then something happened where I ended up speaking to them, not about where, like, what happened between the two of us or whatever with over the last month, but it was just like a random, like, you know, text or whatever, like, hey, like, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, having genuine, you know, conversation. Now I'm like, okay, well, maybe May is the month in order to like address the situation at hand and maybe go up that mountain to get your relationship back. Okay.
Okay, Sheila.
Okay. So maybe this is the month of really just like putting yourself in situations to like reconcile with people as well. Maybe reconcile something with yourself. Maybe it's a month of you trying out something new, like creatively. You know what I mean? Maybe you are starting to paint. Maybe you are going out on dates. You know what I mean? Basically, go out on date. Maybe you're trying your hand at dating as well, like, and just seeing what it's like to, you know, be in relationship to and with others. So this could be like a really great month of you having the opportunity to bring that to the forefront.
I received that.
So I don't know.
I wrote dating off in 2025. I said I ain't worried about that.
I said the same thing, but the Lord always has other plans, child.
Well, listen.
That's one thing that I've definitely learned. Show me. That's what I said. Show me, pick me, choose me, love me. Okay.
Who all gonna be there, guys?
Okay. Because I need to know. I want to know. No, that's definitely a word. Because I've definitely, you know, I don't want to say sworn off dating, but it just has not been a priority, right? But interestingly enough, like as we're going into May and everything like that, I don't know if I've shared this on the show before. My best friend is getting married. So his wedding is in June. So it's kind of like the last month of like freedom or whatever for him. So of course, and it's also like the last month of me, like I have a best friend who's like a fiance getting ready to be like a husband. So it's like all of this change and everything. So I feel like love is in the air around me in like a lot of like different ways. Like friends of mine that ain't ever dated before is dating before now. And I'm like, damn, Lord, what's going on in my house? But then I'm also just like, I'm working on me and my self-esteem and making sure that I feel good about myself and I feel ready to like put myself out there, because like you got to be ready to be in the dating game. And also dating is expensive. Like dating is an expense. Okay. And I'm like, is that what I want to choose to spend my money on right now? Or do I just want to spend it on myself? But I'm not going to say that I'm against somebody spending their money on me. I like being paid for with things. Okay. Yes. I like money. Yeah. I like nice things.
And sometimes I feel like when we, again, maybe you and I both share this, but again, when I think of dating, right? Like, oh, it's expensive and it's this project. For me, I'm very like, in my mind, type A with like, there's rules, there's regulations, everything has to be by the book of this. And it's like, maybe again, who all gonna be there? It's like, who cares? Show
Yeah.
up. Maybe dating isn't how we, oh, it's so expensive, it's so this. Maybe it's just connecting with somebody. Maybe it's like, you're texting somebody that you don't normally text, and it's just that is what it is. It's just this open forum of communication. Maybe it's
Yes.
walking for a park, getting coffee with people. Maybe again, it's like we always put ourselves in these like boxes and these expectations. And maybe it's like, you know what? I don't care who's gonna be there. I'm just showing up.
Yes.
And we will be surprised at what it looks like, because in our minds it's never what it looks like. And so maybe this is an opportunity to walk through that door. Maybe when they say, hey, are you coming over? Maybe we don't say who all gonna be there. Maybe we just
Yeah.
go. We just
Yeah.
go.
And show up. And the thing about that is like you're talking about going, but there's also just like this other part of like showing up as you are in whatever iteration, and that being enough. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to show up putting on airs. You don't have to show up, you know what I'm saying? Like speaking a different like vibe, or just come authentically as you and as you are, and just make sure that you're showing up. So it's like, yeah, who all gonna be there? But like, does it really matter? Because I'm gonna be giving the give no matter what. The girls is gonna live no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna live, damn it.
Oh.
It is, and if it's me, then it's me. But if anybody else want to join me in the living, come through. It's popping over here, and it's warm.
Before it get too warm, because black people, we love this weather, but when it get too hot, then it's like, it's so hot. Well, pick a side. You said you hate the shoveling snow. Now it's hot. Pick a side.
I will firmly plant myself on the cold side, because at least with the cold, you can put on clothes. With the heat, you can't take off clothes, because that is, you can get arrested for that. So you can't escape heat, but you can escape winter with the right amount of layers. So I'll choose, I ain't snuggling show, because girl, I'm a princess and I don't have hands to be moving and stuff. Like physical labor, me? Me? Never. Oh my God. What are you talking about? That's why I could never really go on Survivor, girl. They'd be like, run and jump over this challenge. I salute you for it, because listen, I could never do it. Okay? Be like, out here in the dirt. The dirt, diva. Where's the bed? Diva. The ground.
Ocean water?
Ocean water? There's sand in here. Oh my God, there's a bug in my rice. I'm freaking out. Like, yeah, I would be a mess. So
you could
y'all will never see me on Survivor Child. Just keep that in mind.
Never say never.
Never. That is true. Because I always said if Papa Probst called me personally, I'd be right there. Be like, Papa Probst, thank you for calling. Just because you invited me. I love a good invite, okay?
Who all gonna be there, Jeff?
Okay, I know I'm gonna be there because you invited me. But anybody else, child? Girl. Anyway, listen. Okay, well, Brice, where can the people find you? I thank you so much for your May Purple Pants Premonitions. What is the tea? What are you working on? What's going on?
Yes, well, the BWP 48 has kicked off. We just had our Austin stop, and we're headed to Philadelphia. We've got DC, we've got Boston, and the grand finale in New York. And so, yeah, that's where you can find me. And what about you, Mr. Gary DeAndre? Is the reading table open? Are you accepting readings? What's going on in this month of May?
That is a great question. Well, ironically enough, May celebrates 1 year of tarot for you and me being in existence, which is crazy to think about that this came out almost a year ago. Wild. So yes, I am open for readings in the month of May, especially you are so stupid. I cannot take you. I actually started doing readings in the month of April with some people right before I took my trip and everything like that. And it was just good to get back in to the streets. I was like, damn, I love doing this. Not all day, but I do love doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love helping people out. I love talking shit with folks. It is literally my lifeblood to be of assistance. So I have opened my books back up. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can shoot me email gangstergirl@gmail.com. We can get you on one-on-one. I can talk to you about pricing and stuff like that for what you need. And then I'm also working on doing my candle sets and stuff like that again. So I've been doing some of those candle magic sessions for people, which has been really nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it over here on this end. Just looking forward to, what's to come. And I'm hoping to maybe become inspired to start my next big project. Maybe I'll find some, you know what I'm saying, some time to go out and about, see the streets, let the people see me, take the whole Gary experience in, you know what I'm saying, because I've been hiding for a minute, but maybe it's time to get back to the jump off. So you may have inspired me to do that. So gracias por todo.
Yes, de nada. I am. It is always a special time when we get together. We thank you so much for listening to this month's Purple Pants Premonitions. We will be back for the month of June. Stay blessed, be well. We love to hear from you. Send the comments. We enjoy them. And also, actually, one more thing. And if you've gotten this far in the podcast, we thank you so much for listening. But I actually do have a call to action. If you are listening to the podcast, your homework assignment is I need for you to tell just one friend about the Purple Pants Premonitions. Just forward one friend, say, hey, maybe it doesn't have to be this month's reading. Maybe you can go back and find a reading, or just, send them a link of the Purple Pants Premonitions and say, hey, I was thinking about you. You might get into this. We would truly appreciate that. So listen, everybody that's listening, that is your homework assignment. Tell a friend about the Purple Pants Premonitions, because I think what Gary and I have here is something special. It is one of the best kept secrets, in my opinion, but I don't want it to be a secret anymore. I'm not living that life. I'm not living that DL life with these men's no more. I'm not gay anymore.
Okay.
I like women's.
Oh my God,
okay?
go away.
So listen, tell a friend to tell a friend. Well, no, just tell a friend this episode about the premonitions. We would truly appreciate it. This has been your Purple Pants Premonitions for the month of May. We will see you next month. Be safe and be well. Bye.
Bye.
It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You better listen in public, might make your stomach hurt. Ooh. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to unwind, you better get that box wine. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to get your snack, you better hurry right back though. It's the Purple Pants. It's the Purple Pants.